Take it down now.
What's going on, everybody? Sankus here, and today we're going to be checking out the Elevated Bass for Serum pack by Rocket Powered Sounds. They were kind enough to hook me up with this pack and let me do a little review on it, so that's what I'm going to do today. The pack comes with a whole bunch of Serum presets and wavetables, and as a bonus it comes with some Mutant rhythm Serum presets as well as some more wavetables for Serum, and even a couple of little drums here. So
let's go ahead and check out some of these presets.
So it does come with a few leads and some pads and a couple of arpeggios. For the most part, they're all going to have 4 mapped macros, and they're going to be nicely named so you can see what you are tweaking. So it does come with a few of them. Like I said, we also have some pads and stuff in here. Let's go ahead and check out the basses, because that's usually what people are after, right? So I've pulled up a couple of basses that I thought were some of my favorites at least, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about them a little bit and about the sound design and whether or not I think this is dope or not. So the first preset that we have here is called Dopey. And you're going to see a kind of a trend happening here, whereas the filters that are going to be used are going to look a lot like this, and they're going to be a lot of these flange and reverb and comb filters. And basically what they do is give you interesting textures if used right, and in a lot of these cases they give you these rhythmy kind of sounds, which you're going to find a lot of. But we also have a lot of variety in this pack. I've noticed they've put a whole bunch of different kinds of sound design in here, which is kind of seems like inspired by a lot of the modern popular dubstep artists like Virtual Riot and Must Die and E-Hide and all those guys. So gonna hear that a lot, and there is a lot of FM that seems to go into a lot of these patches as well. As you can see, I think so far both of these patches have been utilizing FM and one of these weird filters. So it does have a lot of the kind of squeaky kind of sounds as well as those kind of flangey sounds, and it does come with a pretty decent amount of growly kind of sounds as well. So like I said, I think the variety in this pack is pretty cool, and I think the sounds that I've checked out, which is pretty much all of them, I've gone through the entire pack at least twice, so they've all been pretty top notch and consistently impressive for the most part. So we've got a couple of, like I said, these squeaky sounds, a lot of metallic kind of textures to a lot of these sounds. This is more of a kind of scrapey sound. This is probably one of the more simple kind of sounds that you'll see, which they don't seem to be a lot of. Most of them do have some of these more complex kind of setups. So this kind of sound would sound pretty cool through like a vocoder or something. But of course we have the macros. And again, it does utilize FM quite heavily. So that one was pretty interesting here. So again, we have one of these weird filters here. Love these kinds of filters, and I think in these kinds of sounds they've utilized them quite well, because definitely resulted in some interesting sounds here. This Godzilla patch was definitely one of my favorites here that I came across. So again, I definitely think the sound design in these patches is top notch here. So definitely enjoying these patches a lot when I was going through them. We got a nasty kind of growl here, utilizing some pretty interesting wavetables. So again, pretty nasty sound. There's a couple of pretty crazy sounds like this in here. Just one of the few that I came across that was like, whoa, super wide stereo processing on it as well, which you can of course take down yourself if you're not a fan of it, but in this case it's kind of crazy, super robotic sounding. Oh, kind of monstery sounding. So pretty awesome stuff, I must say. A lot of these patches, like I said, vary in what kind of sounds they are. Now we got something that's a little bit more, I don't know, rougher sounding. So pretty cool stuff. Again, a lot of stuff like that. So this is where we started to get into the kind of rhythmy section. I believe this one is from the Mutant Rhythm bonus pack here. Yep, so this is in the bonus pack, and you're going to find a lot of rhythm sounds like this because it basically caters towards those sounds, although you'll also find some kind of growlier sounds almost, but for the most part it is what you would expect from a kind of rhythmy pack. Like I said, again, all these macros are going to be mapped, which I think everybody should do. Again, we got kind of one of those monstery kind of sounds here. And it does come with a couple of subs here, which is kind of interesting actually. This is kind of a strange one. But yeah, pretty much if you take a look at the list here, you can see there's a whole bunch of sounds in here, and we've only kind of gone through some of them. So it's got these kinds of classics as well. So basically everything you would expect from a dubstep pack. I think it's got pretty much every sound from every kind of dubstep in here. If you're looking for the rhythm, then you got that as well. So all in all, I think the quality in this is quite consistent. I was definitely more impressed with this as I kept checking it out. I would say these sounds are basically ready to just be put in a track, and again, also pretty interesting. Alright, so we're here in the wavetable portion of the video, and we're gonna go ahead and just kind of scroll through some of these and check out what these sound like. You're gonna see that there's gonna be a lot of that kind of stuff, a lot of these squarified kind of wavetables. A lot of squelchy stuff like that. This one was kind of interesting too. So a lot of, again, variety in sound, I think. And some, of course, that would be kind of interesting in a patch. And serve well as a kind of growl kind of thing. Now this one's pretty interesting, actually. It has a kind of an interesting high end to it. Sounds like it's like going through a big crusher or something. So I enjoy the texture of that quite a bit, actually. So again, a lot of squarified ones like this. So for the most part, these are gonna consist of FM'd, wavetables coming from FM and wavetables being resampled. What would be my guess within Serum and probably other plugins as well. So this is a cool one that I was trying to find. Again, very growly. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of them in here. I mean, that's pretty much not even half of the list right there. And of course, the bonus pack here comes with some wavetables as well. So these are supposed to be kind of focused for rhythm sound design. So this one's pretty cool too, the Hell's Gate. So yeah, they definitely, like I said, just to kind of recap this portion, they definitely have a pretty decent variety in the main pack here. The rhythm pack has some really strange ones in here. Oops, that is not wavetables. The rhythm part definitely has some really strange ones in here as well, which are pretty interesting to me. But like I said, I think the quality is pretty consistent. They're all quite interesting wavetables. Yeah, that's pretty much the wavetables of this pack. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap this up then. So all in all, this is pretty much what you would expect out of a dubstep pack, and I believe these sounds definitely compete and hold up to what a lot of the pros are doing in a lot of dubstep these days. Of course, the sounds all vary and sound like they are, for different styles of dubstep or whatever. But for the most part, pretty gnarly stuff and a lot of monster sounds and a lot of cool screechy stuff and interesting uses of the filters and FM stuff. So that's pretty much my thoughts on the pack. I hope you guys enjoy this little review, and if you guys want to check out the pack for yourself, then you can head on down to the description where I will put the link to this pack. And as usual, with that being said, I hope you guys have an awesome day.